That's it.
Yeah, welcome back to class. My name is Harold Mariba. Last time we talked about causes of ECF. ECF, as you all we said in full, means East Coast fever. East Coast fever is a disease that affects cattle, and so today the learning outcomes that we are going to look at. One is that at the end of this lesson, you'll be able to state the symptoms of ECF in dairy cattle, and also you will be able to identify and describe each sign of ECF in cattle. First, signs and symptoms. One is fever. Two is swollen lymph nodes. Three is anorexia. Four, symptom is labored breathing. Five is lacrimation. Six is nasal discharge. 7, diarrhea. 8, salivation that leads to death. 9, anemia. And finally, the infected cells sometimes block capillaries in the central nervous system and cause neurological signs. Those are the signs that are symptomatic to ECF. Now, how can you identify those symptoms? If you get a cattle, how can you differentiate? How can you know that it is being affected by ECF? So you can identify the cattle that's affected by ECF by the cattle having a rough coat. As you can see on my screen, that cattle is experiencing or appears with a rough coat. That is, the hair is not smooth, the skin is not smooth, the hair is standing, and that is described as rough coat. That's one of the identifications of ECF in cattle. Then the second one is swollen lymph node. As you can see at the base of the ear of that picture that is on the screen, that cattle is swollen. That is a swollen lymph node. So that is one of the identification on how to identify that this cow or a cattle is suffering from ECF. 3 is what we call lacrimation. Lacrimation is, as you can see in that picture, that cattle is discharging some water discharge from the eyes. And in a usual language or ordinary way, somebody may say that, may think that it is crying, but in the real sense, it is lacrimating. That is discharge of watery discharge from the eyes. That's the identification. Then we have fever. Once you see a cow with fever, that is symptomatic to ECF, and it can be determined by using a thermometer. And there are 2 areas whereby you can use in determining the temperature of a cow. That is through the anus or the front part of the leg in between. So, and also when it is experiencing high temperatures, you can see it breathing front to and fro heavily, difficulty. That is a sign of high fever. And the last one is salivation. Salivation from the mouth. The cow discharges saliva, a lot of it. And that's the last stage whereby once the cow has reached this stage of salivating this so much profusely from the mouth, that's upon the return. And definitely, as you can see, now the cow is dead. So with those few remarks, thanks again for having you on this lesson. And we shall continue from there next time. Thank you and be blessed.